Every time I have the opportunity to stay here at this house, I'm captivated by the disappearance of time. I feel like time slows down or it stops. It has its own cadence, it has its own rhythm. I'm transfixed by the cinematic nature of the ever-evolving and ever-changing landscape that surrounds this place. I'm Kim Bridgeland, Director of Edition Office Architects, and together with Aaron Roberts, designer of the Federal House. The site is located in Little Township of Federal, which is the hinterland of Byron Bay up in the Northern Rivers, on this quite remarkable patch of Bundjalung country, looking over the rolling hillside to the north. The initial brief was for a holiday house for some clients of ours who live in Melbourne, to allow them to get up north before their retirement, before they moved up here permanently. We gave the clients a copy of Peter Zumthor's book, Atmospheres, and asked them to take that away, get their head into that mindset and see if that was a journey that they wanted to follow through with. Once we had begun that conversation with the clients around using this house as a vehicle to create particular moments of experience, the clients were committed to experimenting, to tailoring this house to how it might make them feel. The design always resulted in a solution that heightened experience first. The Federal House at its heart is a homestead. It's a colonial wraparound veranda, northern New South Wales, Queensland, typical house typology. It learns from the past, it understands how people have lived here, but it's very conscious that it's a foreigner, it's an outsider, and it's asking for permission to rest on this hillside for a period of time. The house is designed to be arrived at from above, and in that sense, the roof becomes as important as the walls, and as such, they define a sense of clarity of volume. Entering the house, we crack open that almost opaque timber facade, and you walk into an outdoor space looking directly across this fern garden that brings natural daylight through the centre of the house. It becomes an elsewhere space. It becomes an intermediary zone from which to then connect. And also bringing a social connectivity from the lounge to the rear, to the dining and kitchen and living space we're in now. The footprint is a small one. And the clients were really happy to shrink down the inhabitation of internal spaces with the possibility of sliding open the doors, living on the veranda, expanding from inside rooms to outside rooms, and then to the landscape beyond. We started the design thinking of this project from a place of shadow, with always a calculus around how do we shape light, how do we get quality of light as well as the quantity of it. The house is wrapped in a veil of deep textured black timber battens, which create a filtered interface between inside and outside, a textured interface between allowing filtered sunlight, particularly on the western facade, to enter into the house. The material palette of the house is really in two parts. It's the warm black butt timbers, that rich sense of immersion when you step inside the house, balanced with black pigmented concrete and black rough sawn textured timber. The universal monochromatic palette of those black materials allows a sense of high contrast. What we focus on is not the material itself, it's the quality of light that moves across them. Descending down into the pool space is moving away from the visual connection to surface and to light and to shadow, and it's moving into almost a holistic body relationship to sounds. As you walk into that cavernous black pigmented concrete space, you're feeling an acute sense of the light moving across the rippling water, the air cascading down that central fern garden. You're feeling a sense of self-awareness of your own presence there, that rippling effect of your own voice and your own movements echoing around that cavernous chamber below. I think gives a realization of you existing in that moment of time and your interaction with that place. When natural breezes flow through from the north, they flow over that body of water and cool down, naturally chilling themselves. That cool air flows up through the fern garden, through the louvers of the living spaces, naturally cooling the house. I'm incredibly grateful for the clients of this project for being so open to that journey of exploration and allowing the design to unfold into creating this vehicle for transformation, for being in this place and being related to this place and time.